book friends, and welcome back to All the Things Sort of Truth. And I'll have you know, it is 6 p.m. on the button. It's like the first time in show history, so I wanted to bring it up. Sorry. The alcohol-fueled, chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with a saddlebag full of craft brew on the side.
It's the best way to be going.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Road.
And another good thing about saddlebags is there's two of them.
Yeah.
So.
Double the fun.
Yeah. I'm Nate.
And I'm Jade.
And today we're going to be talking about Chapter 19 of Stone of Tears.
Yeah, we are.
I think you guys will have probably noticed that we're live again and also did not have a episode this morning. We apologize. For those of you who may not have listened to the last episode, our schedules have been hella crazy, so we decided to do a couple of live episodes this week. That way we don't have to spend time editing and doing all of that other stuff. And, I mean, we still get to have the fun of podcasting, and a big plus is that we get to talk to you guys while we do it, so it was kind of an easy choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if anybody tunes in, we're going to love talking to you. If not, we're just going to get right to the chapter tonight because we have some things to talk about. Richard walks up. So, Richard wakes up in pain from the jail because last night he was doing his whole, depressing, I'm going to put myself in pain thing.
To the point of almost blacking out.
Yeah. And then going crazy and trying to murder a chick.
I mean, it was kind of a duh. Of course you're sore, dude. You went two kinds of crazy last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just hanging on to the Aegeal, where it was in the last chapter where it said, he's hanging on to the point where he can't hang on anymore. And then he just kept hanging on. Yeah, that's going to hurt tomorrow. I'm in my 30s. I know shit I do today is definitely going to hurt tomorrow.
Well, on top of all of his other injuries, he was injured before he even got to the Mud People village, and then he had the injuries that he sustained there from, Dark and Raw, and, just a headache fatigue, and him cutting his arms open.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, not to mention the way you actually did mutilate yourself. If any of what you did with the Aegeal was, internal, or you could feel it in your nerves, but it didn't do any external damage to your body, slicing yourself up with a sword, again, this is 3 times he's done it now?
Oh, I don't even know.
3 or 4. I could safely say 3 or 4. I feel like that's within range.
Yeah.
But, that's gonna hurt too, dude. And what was funny is that then he doesn't kill her. So
No.
he did all that just because he was mad. And I mean, far be it from me to make a joke about cutting, not gonna do it.
Don't.
But really, when Verna sees Richard and his arms are all cut up, he goes, "Yeah, I was cleaning it last night and I slipped and I sliced myself open." She has to expect something like that.
Well,
dude's depressed. Of course he cut himself up.
Oh, gonna lash out in whichever way he can. Oh, hi, Samantha. Yeah, I feel like that. You wouldn't expect that to happen exactly, but yeah, you would expect him to try and do something.
Do something. I mean, it makes sense. The guy's obviously depressed. The woman he loves just told him to, leave. He's sad.
Yeah.
But also, suppose Verna doesn't think he's lying, and he was just cleaning his sword last night. Yes, pun intended. And then slipped and he sliced himself up. This guy's the Seeker. This is supposed to be our hero, and if he can't even clean the sword, hopes are not very high that this guy's going to end up winning.
Yeah, I feel like you could have said you fell on it. That probably would have been a better thing than I slipped while I was cleaning it.
How hard were you polishing that blade, dude? Like, okay, it has had blood on it, but you must have really been going at it. If you got, I mean, did it say he did both forearms or just one?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm assuming just one. Let's just assume one, but
The
it had to
fuller
have been deep.
Was full.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of blood. That's not a scratch. I'm just saying, like, there was a lot.
Yeah. I had blood all over the ground, all over, I'm sure.
Oh, we are also joined by Jared McCracken. What's up, buddy? Yeah, unexpected live episode, but I'm happy to see you, dude. Hopefully work is going well. Seriously, no heads up. No, but we were here at 6 p.m. on the dot, and I'm pretty proud of that.
We were on time. I don't know about you guys, but we were.
We were here, so.
But Verna, in the morning, she doesn't thank Richard for the blanket either. I just wanted to mention that because she's a bitch. She just folded it up and just ignored the fact that he did that for her.
It just, like, at that point, he did something nice. You know he did it.
Yeah.
Who else would have done it?
Yeah. Well, maybe it was covered in blood. Maybe she was just weirded out because it was covered in blood, and she was like, I'm going to wait and see what happens this morning, see how he is.
I mean, yeah. No, it was the invisible bear. That's what happened. I took care of that. That's where the blood came from. This was just a little...
something else.
Just a real tiny, like, 4-inch gash in my arm. Not to be worried about. It's fine.
But then she makes a comment about him being more careful when he shaves, and he fires back, prisoners don't shave. He keeps making these silent protests against his captors, like he did with Denna, and the whole mistress thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think they actually care, like, in the moment. They might notice, but I don't think it means... I mean, I know in the end it did matter to Denna, but...
Yeah, but I think this, with the not shaving thing, it is just an annoyance.
Yeah.
That's all it's really going to... No, I'm a prisoner. Now, it does make the statement, every time they look at the beard, they know why he's growing it, because prisoners don't shave, so why would I? So it does have to... Sorry. It does make his point without him having to repeat his point.
Right.
But it's still just like, okay, whatever. Cut your face, dude.
Cool.
Or
you
don't.
Look manly.
I really don't care. Yeah. Beards are in now. Grow that shit. I can't do it. Grow one for me, Richard.
So Verna decides, all right, you know what? We're going to start teaching you the gift. I've relented on whatever stand I was taking on that. We're going to get to it now. In the last chapter, it said that Richard only asked her about doing that to ease the tension. Or no, that's not what I meant. In this chapter, Richard says he only asked her the last chapter to ease the tension. But that's not true. In the last chapter, he was saying he wanted to get this over with. So he was like, let's get to teaching. Let's get to going. So I thought it was funny that now he's like, oh, I don't even care. But okay.
Oh, yeah. He's indifferent. Well, he's a little like, I wouldn't say resistant. He just, yeah, you said it right. I was trying to maybe reiterate it somehow, and no, you nailed it. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
He should be like on the ground, like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, if that's the method you're going with, if that's your, the way you're going to go about doing this, like, okay, let's get it done. Then I get to go back to Kaylin.
Or whatever.
Then that should be your method. You should stick with that. Like, I'm going to hurry up and get this done starting 2 weeks from now, because I like to only go to school in the fall. And it's like winter. It's snowing.
Yeah.
So, never mind. Spring. We're doing a spring semester. Just a real quick 2 months.
That'll
Not a
be
big
it.
deal. Yeah.
Exactly, Al. A wizard is never late. We arrived exactly... Or no, you were right. No, everything you're saying is right. What I'm saying is wrong. I understand.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. You know what? I like that. And also, I don't know if I said hi to Al. So, hi, Al. I am glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah, we're glad everybody is here.
We actually were a little worried about that. We're like, we're going live. We haven't posted anything. So, like, do you think they'll be there? I mean, I hope they are, and you are.
Yay,
I think that's awesome.
friends!
Yeah.
So, Verna warns Richard about the gift being dangerous. Again, duh. And also tells him that it was his use of the gift that led the sisters to find him in the first place, because he was super hidden this whole time, but him using the magic fucked it all up.
Yeah, he was really pissed off about that. Like, we had known all, and it says it in the chapter, all this time he spent as a woods guide, they were looking for him. But something had him hidden, which we know was Zed in the last book.
Right.
So that changed, but we don't know if that was the reason or if it was him using the gift. No, that's not true. I'm sorry. That was not the reason. It was because Richard began using the gift. I think
the two things happened, like, at the same time.
Yeah, but I don't think that... Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I know the sisters were able to track him because he used the gift. Verna says that explicitly in the chapter. So I have no doubt that that's the thing that led them to Richard. But Zed also did have a web around him, like, protecting him, but I think that was just protecting Richard about him knowing the truth about his dad being darkened. I don't think that actually affected the sister's ability to find him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, because she says he's been hidden this whole time. He's been hidden because of the web that was around him. So, yeah, maybe it's like he has a beacon on him now, because, like, after the web was removed, then the beacon was there. But they were already looking for him.
Yeah, they were looking, but I don't know that they knew where to look. It doesn't really say how they were going to find him before they had this. They just, I don't know. Maybe it's that faith thing they were talking about.
Well, she tells him that he has to have patience so he can be taught what he needs to know to use the magic without hurting himself, because otherwise he's going to just blast off everywhere. But Richard doesn't give a shit about using it, so he just wants the collar off of him. He's like, cool, let's just learn enough to get it off, and then I can put it down again.
So he's back to the original method. Let's just get it done. Come on.
I don't need anything useful from this. Okay. Sorry, Al just answered. Zed removed the web at the end of Wizard's first rule. Okay.
He has assured us that the answer to our question is upcoming. And so we will find out soon.
They don't expect you to ask questions yet. You're just supposed to read and keep moving through the chapter.
Which is, I like doing this reread. I especially like that we're doing it on this platform because all of you get to listen to us kind of have these re-realizations, but we know stuff. We finished the series, right? We know stuff.
I know shit.
But, like, there's this stuff that happens that, like, we forget about. We were just talking something that's literally answered in, I don't know exactly how long, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I should.
But see, the first time you read, it doesn't bother you because you're just like, okay, cool, what's the next thing?
You don't even have that thought. It's not even there, so you don't know that you missed it. And then literally going through this book, paragraph by paragraph, it's like you pay attention to a lot more. And you realize that you missed a lot of shit.
Yeah. So Verna explains the force of life is called Han. That's what's like moving all our limbs and shit. And those with the gift can put that force outside their body in what is called a web. We were just talking about them a second ago.
I didn't realize there'd be vocabulary too.
I always